my career has been inside of academia. My focus was education, young kids, sort of birth to third grade. I was a speech pathologist for a long time working in city schools. That drove me to get curious about really the question that was brought up, which is, I'm helping this one kid, I'm helping this one kid, I'm in this office, helping these few kids. How do we make the system help them? Because I think we're fighting the system, right now in the world of education and children with disabilities. That was what drove me to get my PhD. So I returned to school and I got my PhD in education psychology in 2009. And I was just really lucky to be around amazing mentors who had the capacity to take research and make big change. So, one of my mentors and I wrote a program for very poor children around book reading, and it started as a little research project. I drove to the hills of Appalachia, for months and months and months, pregnant and not pregnant, and and collected data, where it took 4 hours to reach one little preschool. And it went from that to now this program's in 11 countries, 11 languages. It has gotten over, 20 million in funding across her shop and my work. And that was research one. And then the other mentors I was around, was doing similar things. There was a PowerPoint of a scale of how we measure the ways teachers and children interact. And that is now a company that is in every school system in this country, probably, and is shaping. And that wasn't mine. I was part of it, but it was my mentors. So I saw how I just lived how research is about impact, and research is about change. Research is about drawing people's attention to something you believe in. And asking questions, and bringing a community together. And I saw how an idea can fit in a lot of different disciplines in academia. And so part of research is also a translational tool. So you begin to draw lines of sight between what I saw teachers in a classroom knowing, and then how do you turn that into something we measure, and how does it show up as something that a psychologist in a lab is also studying, and can we draw these, connections and build that momentum? So I sort of had that experience over and over again in my path. And then unrelated, found Jeanne Catherine when she was counseling in the three principles, and had just transformative experiences with her, got to work with Dick and Bettinger some, just saw at a personal level what it means to believe in your own innate health, like is the word we're using, your own wisdom. And that let me navigate that career in research, which, there are dark sides and tough sides to a research career, and stressors and such. So, I just experienced it and the power of it at a personal level, and continued to have my own work, be what my work was in education. And this past year, I made the decision to leave academia and leave the work I had done. I had been able to create some really important programs from my lens for the state, and it felt like time to try something new. I started consulting with Jeanne Catherine on sort of her wanting to say, how do we take all these projects and turn it into something that feels coherent and feels like a shop around research. And we've just had fun engaging with people like Jacqueline, and then with the opportunity of getting funding to say we're going to really open a nonprofit arm. It just felt like a perfect blend of, I know how to do this. I fully believe in how research can be interesting and convening and collaborative and impactful.